Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Porch. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, and it's NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. The LiUNA at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The 38th O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. 300 miles, 200 laps at 1.5 mile track there in Vegas that put on some hell of good racing over the years. We've had some exciting. We had Ryan Sieg that close to getting his first career win. So yeah, we've had a lot of action. 3 stages, 45, 45, and 110. Fuel window is 60 to 64 laps, 5 sets of tires. So we can get through those first 2 stages without pit stops, and then that final stage, probably pit stop midway through it or so, and then run to the end. You know these crew chiefs always are using this. They're going to come up with ways of manipulating that and trying to make sure their driver has fresh tires at the end, only take as much fuel as they have to on that final pit stop. In the last 28 O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races at Las Vegas, no winner has started worse than 17th. 23 of those 28, the winner started in the top 10. So we talk about how vital qualifying is. Qualifying is even more important here at Vegas, it seems like. Starting in the top 10, you don't come through the field and win very often. You can, yes, there's some very strong teams here that can, but in the last 28 races, nobody started worse than 17th. So mid-pack is about as far as you want to be back. Now, when we look at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, we kind of put it in the same category as Kansas, Texas, Charlotte, and then Chicagoland when it comes back on the schedule will be a part of that group as well. So that's kind of that core mile-and-a-half, quote, cookie cutter track that NASCAR has, which we tend to run this. The sport tends to go in cycles. We have all these cookie cutter cats. We have Kentucky on the schedule. We have Chicagoland on the schedule. We hate these. These suck. We don't like these. Okay, we want more road courses, so we put more road courses on. We hate these. We hate these. These suck. We want these gone. Okay, so we kind of, it's that just back and forth game that NASCAR has to play. Unfortunately, NASCAR has to plan this stuff 2, 3, 4 years out, and in 2, 3, or 4 years, we don't know what the fans are going to want. We don't know what track the car's going to drive best on. So it's like, so and I get that sometimes people get frustrated with NASCAR, and we go to these same tracks. And my opinion has always been we go to each track once. We make an event, a special event out of it, and then we don't go back to that track until the next year. But that's always been my thought process. I think it would be kind of a neat idea. But you know what? Some tracks we go through twice in the Cup Series. A few tracks we go through twice in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. Okay, cool. You know. All right. Of those 4 tracks I mentioned, Kansas, Texas, Charlotte, Las Vegas, in the last 21 races, this is since 2022. Connor Zilisch has the best average finish. Of course he does. He has an average finish of 3.33 with a win, but only 6 starts. Kyle Larson in 9 starts has an average finish of 3.77 with 2 wins. Now remember, one of those was at Texas last year where Kyle Larson started the car for Connor Zilisch because he had that back injury, which I don't know why people are calling that fake now. Does it really matter? And just because Kyle started one race at Texas Motor Speedway, that doesn't mean he adjusted that car for Connor to go out and win 10 races after that. Connor had already won a road course race prior to that season, so in 2024. But there's this big whatever it is, people just want to give Kyle Larson so much credit for Connor Zilisch winning because Kyle drove his car that one race and he set it up for him so he could go out and win all these races. I ain't no crew chief or car chief or engineer. I really don't think Pocono and Texas has the same setup. I don't think Sonoma, Dover, and Indy have the same setup as Texas. I also don't think that Junior Motorsports needs a guy to come in and tell them how to set cars up and how to build cars. Watkins Glen, Daytona, no. Portland, no, that's not the same as Texas. Gateway, no, that's more of a short track than a Texas. Matter of fact, He never won. Connor Zelic did not win on a 1.5-mile track at all last year. Because we know Kyle took over the car at Texas. They went to Charlotte. He finished second. He didn't win. Nashville finished second. Kansas, he finished second. He didn't win. Vegas, he finished second. So apparently, Kyle's setups was only good enough to get Connor to second place. Yeah, right, people. Whatever. I just hate that narrative. Watch Connor beat him this week. That'll be good. Anyway, Austin Hill average finished 8.33 with a win on those tracks. Corey Day, 3 races, average finish 9.0. I know a lot of people are not Corey Day fans. There's a couple people high up in Hendrick Motorsports. One's named Mr. Hendrick, and one name is Jeff Gordon. And there's another guy, 2-time champion, which I don't care for him, but his name is Kyle Larson. He knows just a little bit about racing, and he's high on this kid. So this kid has Mr. Hendrick, Jeff Gordon, and Kyle Larson in his back pocket who are fans of his. Kid's going to be just fine. Brandon Jones, average finish 10.67 with a win at these tracks. William Swalowich, 4 starts, 12.75 average finish. Sam Mayer, 12.9 with a win. Nick Sanchez, 13.71. Again, this is with Kansas, Texas, Charlotte, and Las Vegas in the last 21 races since 2022. Sheldon Creed, average finish 15.52. And then Dean Thompson, 5 races, average finish was 16.0. Now we're going to look at just Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We're going to look at just the last 8 races there. Connor Zelic, average running position 3.97. He's been in the top 5 most of the race. They'll love it. Cole Custer, now he is starting this weekend. He is driving for, who is he driving for? Let me see if I can pull the lineup up here. Here we go. So Cole Custer is in the 0 for SS Greenlight Racing. And I do think Stuart Haas factory has a hand in that car as well for Cole. So Cole's running around well in these races. So I think that could actually be a good thing for that team. For SS Greenlight, when you have some of these, I'm not going to call them bottom feeders, but they have these smaller teams who don't necessarily run full-time, which SS Greenlight... I keep pulling Cup Series instead of Rally Series. SS Greenlight. The 0 is full time, but it has multiple different drivers in it. Garrett Smithley, Alex LeVay, and Cole is going to be in it for 5 races. This is a collaboration with Haas Factory Team, which that's going to help SS Greenlight Racing with BRK Racing get better, which is a good thing for this sport. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that, see what Cole can do in that car. Austin Hill, 8.01. Now these are just average running positions at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jesse Love, 8.46. Carson Quapple, 9.39. Brandon Jones, 9.80. Corey Day, 11.0. Sam Mayer, 11.78. And Sammy Smith, 12.3. Now when it comes to finishes of those 8 races, yeah, you can run well all day, just not finish well. Corey Day finished 4th in his first and only race at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Just now got 4.12 with a win. Yeah, I think old Justin's going to be alright. I think Little Gator's going to be good. I know he's running the Cup car on Sunday. He ain't winning the Cup race. I'm sorry, guys, he's not. But he's going to, probably 15th to 20th, I bet. And that's not his ability. That's not the car. That's just a combination of things. He's not used to these cars. He's running a handful, but that's it. Cole Custer, 4.33 average finish. Connor Zelic, 5.55. There's a perfect example of being a multi-time winner in the O'Reilly Series, running for championship, getting in a Cup car and going, oh shit, this is a little harder than I thought it was. It's a little harder, which he doesn't have expectation on himself. And this is how he needs to do a video and on how to act as a rookie in the Cup Series, on how to act. And his maturity level is so far above his age. You look at a Corey Day. You look at any of these young Carson Hocevar. You look at any of these young talent coming into the sport. And they look at Connor Zelic. When it comes to polished and high acts and just everything about this kid is Doesn't act his age at all. I met him at Worldwide Technology last year, and I saw him doing an interview and won the pole, and he's walking over and he's stopping and talking to different people, and I wanted to meet him, and I wanted to get a picture with him. So I waited, and he come over, and I go, hey, Connor, can I get a picture? He's like, yeah, sure, man. So I got a picture with him, and I go, hey, and I won the pole, congratulations. I go, is there a track you're not fast at? He kind of laughed. He goes, Darlington. I'm like, okay. And it's always stuck with me. You know, that little interaction with that driver stuck with me, and this kid's so mature for his age, and there's some young kids that you could tell. I've watched some drivers in the Cup Series and the 2 races I've been to, and asked them for autographs. People trying to get pictures and autographs and whatnot, and they try to duck and move and get away from and hide and get around people. Some veterans do that too, but yeah, I've seen younger guys do that as well, and they're not as mature when it comes to their interviews. This kid, he's got it together. Jesse Love, 8.0 average finish. Austin Hill, 9.15. Now, he runs well. Got the 4th best average running position, but he doesn't always finish well. Harrison Burton, 11.0. Stan Mayer, 11.0. Brandon Jones, 11.63. And William Swalowich has 1 race at Las Vegas, and he finished 12th. All right, I know points is not a big deal. Listening to TMD this week and just everybody talking about it, I find it amusing that when we had the playoffs last year and the 1 year in, everybody talked about playoffs from minute 1. We need to go back to the chase format of our full season so we don't talk about it all the time. Guess what? People talk about it all the time. I just find that amusing myself. But all right, we have 29 drivers that are running full-time in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series looking for points. Brent Cruz is currently 20th in points, but he's only ran 2 races. He's going to miss 2 more races because he turns 18 on March 30th. He's going to miss this week and next week, and then Martinsville, and then he'll be at Martinsville, and then he'll turn 18. He'll be at all the races after that. He'll get a waiver, so basically means as long as he makes top 12 in points, he's in the chase. That's all waivers are for, because the waivers just says you have to run every single race. Here's the thing. If they didn't have that little caveat in there where you have to run every single race, right now, Justin Allgaier is leading the points. He could miss a race and probably not drop below 6th in points. So what the idea that behind those waivers is and having that language in there is you don't want drivers just going, I don't feel like racing today. Nah, I'm taking the day off. Put somebody else in the car. I'm going to go to the beach. For no reason. And just, I don't feel like racing. So then, yeah, it puts them behind a little bit. But then also you have people that pay to watch a Connor Zillage or Justin Allgaier race at a race. And then they're not there. It's like, I paid to come watch Justin Allgaier. He's here because he didn't want to be. That's bullshit. So I get having for sponsors and stuff. So, all right, Justin Allgaier is leading the way with 1 win. Jesse Love is -3, so it's really close here in the O'Reilly Series. Big Country's 3rd with 1 win, -5. Carson Kvapil 4th, -38. The fact that Carson Kvapil is going from the 1 car for Junior Motorsports to the 9 car for Junior Motorsports, and then spending almost 10 races. Is that where the plan is here? Right now, 4 races in DGM Racing, that number 91. And then, so it's like he's still got to kind of maintain what he's doing with Junior Motorsports with another team. But again, it helps DGM build their book up because obviously their 92 isn't doing well with Josh Williams because they missed 2 races already. So this will help another team. And so I think it's actually a good thing. It's going to help Carson, too, working with different people and kind of learning more. Then you got Sammy Smith -50, or Sheldon Creed 5th with a win, -41. Sammy Smith in 6th, -52. Roger Carruth in 7th, -65. Same with Raj. He's got 10 races with Jordan Anderson Racing. That's going to obviously help Jordan Anderson. They're getting that 3rd team full-time this year with multiple drivers. And then it's also going to help Raj just stay relevant for the points. He's driving that 88, all but 10 races there for Junior Motorsports. You got Corey Day in 8th, -66. And then Sam Mayer is 9th, -74. Those are the only people within 1 race of points from the lead. Max points is 76. So all 9 of those drivers could miss a race. Parker Kligerman, who's sitting 10th, minus 80, could max points and still not get the point lead. So he's technically already eliminated. If the chase started in 3 races or in 5 races, like the 9 race chases for O'Reilly Series, he's already eliminated from championship contention. So if it was 4 races left, so yeah, it's like this is kind of different. Kind of, this driver may make the chase, but based on what the points continue like they are. So if after with 4 races left, if these are the points, yeah, there's a good chance he'll start getting eliminated. Brandon Jones minus 89, Jeb Burton minus 90. There's a tie for that last place in points with Jeb Burton and Taylor Gray. And then we got Brendan Poole, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Stieg, Patrick Starpoli, William Swalowich, Blaine Perkins, who's minus 118 from the lead, but he is only 28 out of the chase. And then Brent Cruz currently in 20th place, minus 125, so 35 points out of the chase. He's still missing 2 races. Once he gets back to full-time, or gets back and he's full-time, when he turns 18, I'll go ahead and do the math based on the average points. So now I look back before we had the other chase, and let me see if I can pull that up from earlier this year. Alright, where is the O'Reilly Series? Here we go. 630 points. So based on other chases, based on other seasons, when it came down to making the chase/playoffs on points, to be 12th in points, you had to be right around the 630 point mark. That's 24.2 points per race. Again, that was an average number. That wasn't the high, that wasn't the low. That was kind of the average number there. So some of these drivers, some of these teams, like maybe Brent Cruz should be looking at that. Blaine Perkins, Ryan C., Anthony Alfredo, Brendan Poole, those drivers, that's got to be that kind of. They're more than likely not going to go out and win races. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying there's so much top-end talent in the O'Reilly Series. That needs to be their target right there. 24 points a race, 640 points at the end of the regular season, and then figure your season out kind of there to make the chase. The goal is to make the chase. So, but when Brent Cruz gets full time, we'll actually look and see what he has to average out to get there. I think he can. I think he's young, he's talented, he's with a great team. I think he can. So, but the LiUNA at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, 300 miles. Later on today, we have practice qualifying, and then we have the race, the one-day show for the O'Reilly Series. On my picks this year, I am 3-1. So we're picking Justin Allgaier last week at Phoenix. I am now 3-1, which that's kind of cool. Obviously, winners in the O'Reilly Series are kind of top-heavy, so it's not like the Cup Series where you have 20, 25 different drivers that can win. Here you have probably 10 to 15 drivers that can win, unless you have Cup drivers popping in those cars too. I'm actually picking a couple Cup drivers here. So we got Connor Zilic in the number 1 for Junior Motorsports, Kyle Larson in the number 88 for Junior Motorsports, Justin Allgaier in the number 7 for Junior Motorsports. You think Junior Motorsports is winning? And you got Austin Hill in that number 21 for RCR. So yeah, those are the 4 picks. Remember, next week we go to the next week Rockingham, or is it the week after? So next week is Martinsville, and then Rockingham is the following week. And at Rockingham, Cletus McFarland makes his O'Reilly Auto Parts Series debut. Check out the video I did about old Cletus. Yeah, that's becoming a very hot button topic in NASCAR. It's kind of funny. When we do that preview for Easter weekend, I'm gonna look some stuff up and do some stuff about drivers that have similar experience when they made their first O'Reilly Auto Parts Series start. And some of the names are going to blow you away, and some of the people are going to lose their mind over it, but that's going to make it so much better. But anyway, that is the LiUNA, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, NASCAR Auto Rally Series preview. Connor Zilic, Kyle Larson, Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill are the picks. As always, thanks for watching Rubber Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports shot content.